Gentlemen, when it comes to relationships, deciphering mixed signals can be a torturous ordeal. If you're holding out hope for a woman who repeatedly throws up red flags, it's time for a reality check. If she tells you any of these 6 things, she's not interested and you need to walk away. Stop wasting your time on someone who isn't invested in you. In this no-holds-barred guide, we'll break down the clear signs that you're being strung along and why it's crucial to cut your losses and move on. Buckle up, this is the tough love you need to hear. Number 1, let's just be friends. Gentlemen, in translation, she's not romantically interested in you. Don't hang around in hopes that her feelings will change. When she says, let's just be friends, she's telling you in the nicest way possible that she has zero romantic interest in you. This is the kiss of death for any romantic aspirations you might have had. She values you enough to want to keep you around, but only as a non-romantic fixture in her life. Sticking around, hoping she'll eventually see you in a romantic light, is a fool's game. You're setting yourself up for endless frustration and heartache. Watching her date other people while you silently pine for her is a form of self-torture. The reality is, if she saw you as boyfriend material, you wouldn't be having this conversation. Take her at her word and move on. Don't settle for being a consolation prize or a backup option. Respect yourself enough to seek someone who wants you as a partner, not just a friend. Lingering in this limbo is a waste of your time and emotional energy. Cut ties, heal, and find someone who reciprocates your feelings. Number 2, I'm focusing on my career right now. Gentlemen, in translation, she prioritizes her job over you. Accept that she's choosing her career over a relationship with you. When she drops the bombshell, I'm focusing on my career right now, it's like being handed a breakup letter written in Times New Roman font, double-spaced, with a bullet point list of reasons why you're being kicked to the curb. Translation, you're about as important to her as Monday morning meetings and TPS reports. It's the classic case of, sorry I can't come to the phone right now, I'm too busy climbing the corporate ladder. Cue the office theme song, because you just got promoted from boyfriend to background character in her life sitcom. But hey, look on the bright side. At least you don't have to worry about competing with her boss for attention or getting jealous of her office crush. Plus, now you have all the free time in the world to pursue your own passions and hobbies, like perfecting your pancake flipping skills or binge-watching Netflix guilt-free. So, instead of playing second fiddle to her career ambitions, take a page out of her playbook and focus on your own goals. After all, who needs a relationship when you're busy crushing it in the game of life? Gentlemen, if you're enjoying this video and want more brutally honest relationship advice, make sure to subscribe to the Soulful Synergy channel. And don't forget to click the bell icon to stay notified of all our latest content. Now, let's continue with our video. Number 3, you're too good for me. Gentlemen, in translation, she's either letting you down gently or genuinely feels mismatched. Either way, it's a dead end. When she hits you with the classic, you're too good for me, it's like getting handed a participation trophy in the breakup Olympics. Translation, she's waving the white flag of surrender on your relationship. But instead of admitting it's over, she's trying to shift the blame onto herself. It's the ultimate cop-out, like saying, I can't eat dessert because I'm on a diet, while secretly eyeing the chocolate cake. She's essentially admitting defeat without acknowledging the real reason why things aren't working out. Maybe she genuinely believes she's not worthy of your greatness, or maybe she's just not into you enough to put in the effort. Either way, it's time to call a spade and accept that this relationship has flatlined. Don't waste your time trying to convince her otherwise or playing therapist to boost her self-esteem. You deserve someone who sees your worth without making excuses, someone who's willing to fight for you instead of waving the white flag at the first sign of trouble. Cut your losses, dust off your superhero cape, and go find someone who's not afraid to step up to the plate. Number 4, you're like a brother to me. Gentlemen, it translates, you're deep in the friend zone and there's no escape. Move on. When she says, you're like a brother to me, she's putting you in the ultimate no romance zone. This isn't just the friend zone, it's the sibling zone. She's essentially saying she sees you as family, someone she cares about platonically without a hint of romantic attraction. This is her polite way of making it clear that any romantic feelings you might have are completely unreciprocated. Holding out hope that she'll suddenly develop romantic feelings for you is delusional. You can't change her perception of you from brotherly to boyfriend material. The more you cling to the idea of something more, the more you'll torture yourself. Every time she talks about her romantic interests or dates, it'll sting because you're stuck in a role you don't want. Accept that this is a dead end. Respect her feelings and your own dignity by stepping back and looking for someone who sees you as a potential partner, not a sibling. Staying in this dynamic only guarantees more pain and frustration. Move on and invest your time and emotions in someone who genuinely wants a romantic relationship with you. Number 5. I need some space. Gentlemen, in translation, she's either done with you or seeing someone else. Respect her decision and step away. Brutally honest. Version: when she says, "I need some space," she's signaling a major red flag. This phrase is often a euphemism for wanting out of the relationship without facing a confrontation. It means she's either lost interest in you or already has her eyes on someone else. Either way, she's trying to create distance between you two. Hoping that giving her space will rekindle her feelings is a false hope. In reality, she's likely using this time to transition away from you, possibly exploring other options. The brutal truth is that if she truly valued the relationship, she would work on the issues together rather than pushing you away. You need to respect her decision and step away completely. Clinging on or trying to change her mind will only push her further away and damage your self-respect. Don't waste your time waiting for someone who doesn't prioritize you. Instead, focus on healing and finding someone who wants to be with you without needing space to figure it out. This relationship is effectively over. Accept it and move on. Number 6. I don't see a future with you. Gentlemen, in translation, she's not interested in anything long-term, and you're wasting your time hoping otherwise. When she drops the bombshell with, "I don't see a future with you," it's like getting hit with a truth brick wrapped in a blanket of disappointment. Translation: she's not exactly planning your wedding in Hawaii or picking out baby names. In fact, your name is probably filed under forgettable X's in her mental Rolodex. It's the relationship equivalent of hearing, "You're not the droid I'm looking for," complete with the Star Wars soundtrack fading into the distance. You might as well be a side character in her rom-com relegated to the friend zone while she swoons over Mr. Right, who definitely isn't you. So, instead of auditioning for a role in her future, take a cue from Batman and disappear into the night. Your time is too precious to waste on someone who can't see the superhero potential in you. Plus, there's a whole world out there waiting for someone as awesome as you to swoop in and save the day. Facing the truth isn't easy, but it's necessary. If she's given you any of these lines, it's time to accept that she's not the one for you. Lingering in false hope only prolongs your pain and prevents you from finding someone who genuinely wants to be with you. Respect yourself enough to recognize these red flags for what they are. Clear signals to move on. Don't settle for being someone's second choice. Walk away, heal, and open yourself up to the possibility of a real, meaningful connection with someone who values and desires you. It's time to take control of your happiness and leave behind what's holding you back. Until next time, gentlemen, stay soulfully synergized.